Hello and welcome to episode 619. Need to check my notes there. Yes, 619 of the Daily Sales Message podcast, where every single day I share a piece of simple and actionable advice that's designed to help you feel more confident and sell more stuff too. Now, in today's episode, slightly different one from the norm. The topic is this: making yourself the priority. Making yourself the priority. And what I mean by this is self-care. So when you're in any kind of sales position, it's extremely pressured. It's extremely pressured. There's lots of things happening, lots of unknown, lots of uncertainty. For a lot of people, their income is tied to their performance. So if they don't perform, they don't get paid. So the stakes are high, and it feels like you're going from feast to famine, and 1 minute everything's great, the next it's not, and you're juggling all sorts of things, and it can be really pressured and really stressful. If you've never had a role in sales before, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about, but trust me, it's a very, very stressful environment to be in. So today I just want to remind you to make yourself the priority. Self-care, those classic things: get a good night's sleep, get out in the daytime. I go for a walk every single day, approximately on my lunch hour, as it were. Not that I have a real job, but I try and get out for a walk every single day. Get away from my screen, get some sunshine, get some fresh air, just connect with real life. Because when you get caught in spreadsheets and CRMs and follow-up email sequences and this and that, you can kind of just go down this little rabbit hole of just data and bits and bytes and and it all gets a bit too much. So disconnecting works very well for me. Drinking plenty of water, getting plenty of rest, and also not being so hard on yourself. So I have targets to hit. I don't always hit them, and I'm quite happy to admit that I don't always hit them. I come close, don't always hit them. That's fine. But as long as I understand why. Was it too high a target? Or did I not do this? Did I not do that? I'm only trying to compete against myself from yesterday or last year. I'm not trying to compete against anybody else because it's just too stressful. So today, the moral of the story for today, children, is make yourself the priority. Take care of yourself. If you're not firing on all cylinders, you're not, for any of the stuff I'm sharing in the podcast here, it's all worthless. If you don't feel great, if you're tired, if you're stressed out, whatever, you're not going to be in the best frame of mind to sell to people, interact and think on your feet and use all the 620 or so things I've shared with you so far. So make yourself a priority. Look after yourself. It's not selfish to do that. It's necessary, because when you feel healthier and better, you perform better. And if you usually hear this kind of advice, go, oh, it's all right for you to say, I can't do that, I live in the real world, blah, blah, blah. I get that, but at the very least, try and get outside. Even if you can't go for a walk, try and get outside for 5 or 10 minutes in the day. Even if you have a cup of coffee, sit outside your back door, or in the car park of the office where you work, or whatever, just get outside for a little period of time, disconnect. It will just help you to deal with the strain and the trials and tribulations of being in a sales environment. It's also why I'm bald. It's not why I'm bald, but I always make that joke. Right, that's it for this episode of the podcast. Thank you for listening or watching all the way to the end. Bit of a serious one today, wasn't it? Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about selling like a SaaS company, software as a service, selling like a SaaS company. That's episode 620, 620. That's coming up tomorrow. In the meantime, I'm going to take my medicine, go out for a nice walk in the sunshine, and I will see you then.